Formula One's pre-season testing is set to start this week, and the buzz is still around Lewis Hamilton and what his debut season with the Ferrari will look like. While the Brit and his new team are getting all the love and attention from across the world and Formula One fans all over, the defending world champion Max Verstappen and his team Red Bull are facing all the heat. During the F1 launch event in London's O2 Arena last week, Verstappen and Red Bull's team principal, Christian Horner, were greeted with loud boos. The British-dominated crowd weren't too friendly when Red Bull and their drivers took the stage. And in a contrasting scene, Hamilton was the only one getting all the applause. The four-time world champion is threatening to boycott a set of F1 events in the coming future. Why so much hate for a world champion Verstappen? Our next report tells you more.
Max Verstappen's 2024 F1 season was a mixed affair. He might have defended the Drivers' World Championship and won his fourth consecutive title, but he failed to win the Constructors' Trophy with Red Bull. But a lot of what happened in the sidelines is probably what got more attention than his performances or lack of it on the racetracks. While the controversy surrounding Christian Horner threw Red Bull under the scanner anyway, Verstappen did his bit to riddle many feathers along the way. From getting punished for swearing during a press conference at the Singapore Grand Prix, to threatening deliberately crashing into Mercedes driver George Russell at the Qatar Grand Prix, Verstappen had a series of feuds that didn't exactly make him one of the most liked figures among the F1 fan base. Will things change for the fresh season though? The F1 launch event at London's O2 Arena said otherwise. Verstappen and Red Bull were booed at the launch, and an FIA that has otherwise been critical of Verstappen defended the driver. The booing doesn't come as a surprise, given the event was happening in Britain. Because Verstappen's success has come at a price of Britain's beloved Hamilton losing out on championship titles in the past few years, especially the narrow loss in 2021 by 8 points. And it isn't just Hamilton this time. Verstappen targeted another one of Britain's rising stars, George Russell, last year. He reportedly bullied Russell and even called the driver a liar during the whole Qatar Grand Prix fallout, which has made him a marked man in the UK. But is that the only reason behind these anti-Verstappen sentiments? His lack of Brittanness and more of bitterness? Well, not really, because it wasn't just Verstappen who was booed. Red Bull's team principal Christian Horner too received an ugly reception. Someone who is as British as one can get. But the noise involving allegations of sexual misconduct with one Red Bull's female employee has not really died down. Which proves that Verstappen facing heat is more than just down to his nationality or his own misdemeanors. The hostility towards Verstappen has also grown because of the Red Bull driver constantly questioning the British media to the extent of even mocking them.
The problem in F1 is that 80 to 85% of the media is British. And I did feel that some things which were written about me were not fair. I just had to laugh about what was said. I was like, whatever.
What this Verstappen statement did was insult the 80 to 85% of the F1 media. And if you do that, you clearly can't expect getting a rosy reception in London. And it isn't just this. Verstappen's empty threats haven't helped his case either. As soon as Verstappen was punished in the swearing row, he said he might boycott F1 if the rules get strict. And these threats haven't stopped now either. The Dutch driver is threatening to boycott any F1 launch events in England in the future.
Max has no appetite for that, to be booed like that in front of 25,000 people. He also says, if this is in England next year, they definitely won't see me.
Sure, a world champion doesn't deserve to be booed, but it does feel like Verstappen seems to be inviting all the hate upon himself. Can he evade scrutiny after getting into standoffs with various quarters? because the world title alone is not enough to seal his legacy.
I have made the decision of a military operation.
Putin's aggression against Ukraine will end up costing Russia dearly.
Zelensky better move fast or he's not going to have a country left.